This album is quite fantastic, so let's engage in some education about one Jeru the Damaja. Kendrick Jeru Davis, born February 14th, 1972, known as Jeru the Damaja, is an American rapper and record producer. He is known for the 1993 single Come Clean from his debut album The Sun Rises in the East, ranked as one of the 100 greatest hip-hop albums of all time by the editors of About.com. He has worked extensively with Guru and DJ Premier of Gang Starr, whom he has known since he was in high school. Jeru the Damaja was born February 14, 1972 in Brooklyn, New York, and spent his early years in the borough's East New York neighborhood, where he began rhyming at block parties as a youth. Davis first showcased his unique style to audiences on I'm the Man, a track from Gang Starr's 1992 album Daily Operation. The following year, he released his first single, Come Clean, which was produced by DJ Premier and became an underground hit. Davis's first album, The Sun Rises in the East, was first released in 1994 and produced entirely by DJ Premier. The album was well received, but was criticized by the Fugees for its lyrics, particularly for the song Da Bichez. Fugees member Price slightly mentioned Jeru on the track Zealots from the group's landmark 1996 album The Score, with the line, "No matter who you damage, you're still a false prophet," referencing Jeru's single You Can't Stop the Prophet. Jeru responded lightly in the intro of the track Me or the Papes, and also on the track Black Cowboys. P-A-P-E-S. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, to be honest. That word is not in the track itself. Davis followed up in 1996 with his second album, Wrath of the Math, again produced solely by DJ Premier. The album was also widely acclaimed, although not on the same level as his debut. I happen to think it's a really beautiful album myself. As on his first album, Jeru was critical of commercial hip-hop artists and the record labels that produced them, such as Death Row Records and Bad Boy Entertainment. The latter he criticized on the concept track One Day. After the release of Math, Jeru reportedly had a falling out with DJ Premier and Guru. Jeru, however, has dismissed this and claimed that they wanted to go in different directions. Davis appeared semi-retired until 1999 when he released his third album, Heroes for Hire, released together with Ms. Marvel, which was his first album under his then newly created No Savage Records. It featured the single 99.9%. His next album, Divine Design, released in 2003, was the first album under his new record label, Ashanafi Records. The album received little attention and mixed reviews. On April 2, 2007, during a La Coca Nostra concert at the Gramercy Theatre in New York, Jeru the Damaja came out for a surprise appearance to perform his song D Original. His album Still Rising was released on October 16, 2007. I actually quite like Heroes for Hire. The two 2000s albums, they engaged me a little less, unfortunately. Plausibly my fault, but yeah, I don't know. Didn't grip me. Hip-hop moves so much, so quickly in terms of technology, production, sound, trends. It can be challenging for artists to stay relevant, fresh, or interesting, perhaps. This has been proposed to me by a friend, and they made a compelling case to me. They illustrated how you had De La Soul in 89, and then Jay-Z by 96, and then the acceleration would continue through to, College Dropout in 2004, and then West puts out 808 and Heartbreak in 2008. That changed everything, and then we had a revolution that continued and kind of consolidated in 2017, in which it's kind of, my friend argued, it kind of stagnated since then, which is, I think there's something to be said for that, to be honest. Anyway, let's keep this up. In 2009, Jeru started to collaborate with drum and bass producers. In 2009, he featured on Kabuki's track Watch Your Step, produced by Mainframe, and also on Open Up Their Eyes by Italian producer Fabio Musta. He also collaborated with Group Home in 2010 for a song Guru, dedicated to the late rapper Guru. The next year, Jeru announced that he would be releasing a new record with production from 90s legends Juju, from the Beatnuts, Pete Rock, Large Professor, and old collaborator DJ Premier, but the album was not released. The same year, he featured in the song Odalbim on the album Redakaja of Polish hip-hop group Slums Attack, Peja DJ Dex. I wonder if that was difficult to pronounce. Polish rap star OSTR also featured on it, and the album was a great success in Poland, selling out in the first couple of days. I can't say I'm very familiar with Polish hip-hop. In 2012, Jeru featured in the song The Morning Sun on the album Remix of the Sun, a French trip-hop group Chinese Man. In July 2013, Jeru promised to soon release a new EP of production from Large Professor, PF Cotton, Junkyard Jew, and Sabor. On June 17th, 2014, Jeru released an EP through Headspin Records entitled The Hammer for digital download. He has a home in Berlin. Without diverting too far into fantastical directions, whilst maintaining a certain spiritualism, whilst acknowledging the brutality of the material world, this is pretty fucking good stuff. I'll just read out the two earliest RYM reviews, because I think they're quite interesting. From The Saga on September 21st, 2004, Jeru the Damaja is one of the forgotten men of the mid-90s NYC boom-bap scene. You may not know it, but Jeru is probably the illest MC ever to spit rhymes over a DJ Premier concoction. Quite a statement, but this is not an idle boast, as his absolutely classic 1994 debut album, The Sun Rises in the East, demonstrates. Entirely produced by the Gangstar legend Premier, who has worked with virtually every single luminary in hip-hop history, Jeru brings his unique, rugged style to a series of impeccable productions. Celebrated lead single Come Clean demonstrates this to a T. Over one of the most raw beats for a lead single ever, Jeru demolishes the mic, bringing fierce, intelligent gangster rap denouncing lyrics crammed full of witty wordplay and vivid metaphors. Brooklyn Took It and D Original continue the elitist New York theme that critics pointed out as criticism of Jeru. This guy believes that complex lyrics and rugged beats are the only way forward. Ain't the Devil Happy and You Can't Stop the Prophet are the best examples of Jeru's utterly superior conceptual ability, and My Mind, Spray and Jungle Music demonstrate why Premier's beat-making is so revered. Add the absolutely beautiful jazzy horns of Bichez, a song that if you don't pay attention to, might leave you thinking Jeru is a misogynistic idiot similar to 99% of the rap game. Well, lose that thought. It's actually a highly intelligent and measured contrast between Duck Queens and Bichez, as Jeru puts it. With only one guest, protege Afu Ra on the excellent Mental Stamina, and two musical interludes, with not one weak track, this is a highly consistent 11-track set. The Sun Rises in the East is very, very worth picking up, probably Premier's best produced album ever, the highlight of compliments considering his catalogue, the highest of compliments considering his catalogue. His hardcore yet catchy style meshes perfectly with the unique voice and distinctive lyrics of a certain Jeru the Damaja, classic 5-star album. And one more from Bracklava on March 24th, 2005. 1994 was a golden year for New York hip-hop, and along with Nas Illmatic, this LP stands tall as one of the great records. Jeru was a Gangstar affiliate who had featured on the cut I'm the Man. This little cameo left fans waiting for the debut. He then drops the most spine-chilling debut single in Come Clean, which is like nothing that had been heard before. It is simply the best beat that producer DJ Premier has ever recorded. The lyrics are fiery and provocative throughout, and no one who devalues hip-hop escapes Jeru's wrath. And nor ought they.